And we're live. How's it going? So, this was not a planned thing. I didn't really schedule this out, so we'll see who pops in. But I just wanted to hop on and just say thank you to everyone. I really was not expecting to get to this point so soon where we're reaching 2,000 subscribers. I mean, it's a little bit insane, overwhelming, but thank you. It seems like not long ago we were doing the 1,000 subscriber special, and so thank you to all the new people who are joining. Welcome, and to all of the old people, thank you. Your support, your comments are always greatly appreciated, and yeah, so I'm just gonna wing it tonight and just kind of go with the flow since I didn't really plan much out. But I see Scrotus is in the chat, so it's good to see you as always, my friend. Yeah, I don't know why, Scrotus, but for some reason, YouTube does not want me to read your comments. Like, you always get hidden for some reason, and I have to go out of my way. It's weird, but thank you. At least your chat comments pop up. That is what's most important. Hi, Robbie. Thank you, as always, for joining. It's good to see some of my regulars popping in. And so, yeah, of course, I want to thank all of you guys who join me in the live streams, who comment on all my videos, who click the notifications when they get them. You guys all really mean the world and have done so much to help this channel in such a short amount of time. And there's another person I want to thank who has really helped me kind of grow this channel quite a bit in a short amount of time. And it's someone who does not necessarily get enough recognition. And that's Luke. Honestly, I don't thank him enough. He hasn't been in a whole lot of videos, and even though he hasn't personally contributed as much to the channel, having him supporting me over these last few months has really, really meant the world and really kind of helped push me outside of my comfort zone and helped me realize my full potential that I was not realizing. And so it really, yeah, because when I first started back up with YouTube, it was kind of like I was a little embarrassed about it. I had the Instagram for years and I kind of did that in quiet, just keeping it to myself. And then when I started up the YouTube, I didn't necessarily know how to approach talking about that with him. So I just kind of did it on my own when he wasn't home and just kind of, that was very limiting on what I could do. I was mainly just doing unboxing stuff, very, not the greatest content, wasn't very happy with what kind of content I was doing, and I didn't think I'd get to the point where I would necessarily feel comfortable to bring him along. So I just kind of sort of fizzled out a little bit, and around that time I thought I was just gonna give up, and I just it wasn't until it got to the point where I realized this is what I wanted to do. I realized how important it was to me being away from it. And so it got to the point where I just felt like I needed to share that. I mean, I had kind of, he sort of knew what I was doing a little bit. Like, I had bought microphones, I had a little setup. So, I kind of told him a little bit about what I was doing, but I was always too embarrassed to show him the channel. And then eventually he started kind of grilling me and he was like, come on, show me the channel. And he's been my biggest supporter ever since. He always says he's my biggest fan. And so I really want to just take this time to thank Luke for just giving me the emotional support that I needed and really kind of pushing me to do what I love to do. And so thank you. He's not here right now, so I can't thank him in person, but I'm sure he will watch this. So if you do, thank you. You've been great. And, you know, pretty much after he found out about it, I basically had him in a video like couple days after we went to the drive-in and just kind of filmed like an impromptu sort of video, and that was fun. And so ever since then, he's been joining me and having fun. So yeah, appreciation for Luke. And a little bit of a funny thing, he actually brought me home a bit of a surprise the other day. So we went for New Comic Book Day on Wednesday. And then the day after that, he was driving past that same shop. So he stopped in and he picked me up a couple things, and he wasn't sure what I already had, what new books I was reading. So got something all new, completely different. And what he said to me was, he said, I have a question for you. Actually, I have 4 questions for you. And he pulled this out. He pulled out the question all along the watchtower. And these are first 4 issues here. I believe this is all that's out currently. I think it's supposed to be a 6-parter, so we're on issue 4. So that's cool. He got me all of them in some cool variant covers. I dipped into issue number 1. It was pretty cool, so I'll definitely keep reading that and checking it out. But yeah, it was very sweet. And I actually got him another comic too. If you saw our video, our New Comic Book Day video, he picked out a book called Little Batman. He got issue number 1, and so I found issue number 2, and I had to get it for him. And so yeah, again, so really just thank you, all of you who are here, and especially Luke. I know he's not watching this right now, but everyone who's here, you have Luke to thank for, kind of helping push me to do what I do now, so pretty cool. And then we have Matt, who has joined us. Thank you, Matt. Always good to see you. Congratulations on reaching your subscriber milestone. And I know you have an awesome stream planned for tomorrow. Definitely check out Matt. He's doing a Superman show tomorrow, and I believe he has a bit of a giveaway going on. So very cool. Good for you, my man. Congratulations. We have Murray Gelman. Thank you. And we have JSS Brooklyn. Hello. Thank you for joining me. And Comic Mike. Hello. So yeah, pretty cool. We have all these great people popping up. So yeah. And another thing is, I want to thank all the cool people who have been shouting me out over the last couple weeks. You guys have been awesome and have definitely helped get me over that 2,000 threshold. I knew that this was going to come within like maybe a month, but I wasn't expecting it as soon as it did. But you know what? Thank you. Just really, I don't even really know what to say, but thank you to everyone. So yeah, I had a pretty good New Comic Day. I didn't necessarily find everything I was looking for just yet, but I'm sure that I will. So what's everyone picking up? Let me know if you've read anything cool this week. And yeah, so it's been kind of slow in terms of news. Yeah, a lot of the sentiment towards the DC universe seems to be turning around, and a lot of people are starting to be a little bit more critical. And I don't know if maybe it's just because things are so slow, people are looking for things to pick apart, but everyone is kind of looking at Superman really closely, and if it doesn't wind up being this absolutely perfect movie, there's a chance that this universe might be hurt by it. And so I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on the current DC universe situation? I know that Superman has a bit of a lawsuit going on. I'll be honest, I haven't really looked into that, so I don't know all of the details about that. But I know that I've just been seeing a lot of people kind of a little bit more sour, kind of a little bit, I don't know, maybe the lack of news is making people a little skeptical. I think it's possible that they just want to keep things under wraps. I mean, even Jason Momoa has said that we're not going to get set photos of Lobo for quite a while, since, it's not likely it's going to get leaked by anyone outside. So, I mean, it is possible that they just want to keep things under wrap. But yeah, I see Comic Mike saying the bar for Superman is set too high. I agree. I really think that there have been some people who have kind of hyped it up to this sort of level it might not live up to. And I don't think that's good. I think we should just watch the movie and take it for what it is. And, that's why, like, I haven't watched the trailer. I don't really watch movie trailers much anymore because I like to go into a movie as blind as possible. I don't like to see people review or react to trailers or anything like that. I don't want any sort of outside influence. I just want to go and experience the movie for what it is. And I think that online hype and word of mouth definitely kind of, it can make or break how a movie performs in the box office. Like, it's weird, but yeah, I think that let's see where we are in that. But yeah, I'm a little bit worried about DC movies, just since I've kind of been seeing some people sort of turn around a little bit. And there seems to be a little bit of uncertainty too with the Batman and whether or not, that movie is even going to come out. Robert Pattinson is even kind of joking, like, at this point he's gonna be old. It's gonna be like The Dark Knight Returns by the time that movie comes out. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. We have Murray said, I've liked all the absolutes now. Batman, Supes, and Wonder Woman. Next week, Absolute Martian Manhunter. Yeah, that's cool. Hello, Justin. No guest tonight. Sorry. We have Robbie. Always like DC better than Marvel. Me too. And, like, there really isn't a good reason why. People always ask me, but I've just always liked the characters. I've always liked the movies. So, yeah, but Marvel does have some cool stuff. I'm not, total Marvel hater, but as you can tell by my channel, DC is a fan. I'm a DC fan here. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted by reading the chat. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We got JSS in the house giving us the scoop on the lawsuit. So it says the lawsuit is by the Siegel and Schuster estates in regards to international intellectual property rights about the Superman movie. It will not probably affect the release date. Okay. Yeah, some of these rights issues kind of funny. I'm sorry, Justin. No, I've said before I don't do the open panel on my show. It's just not my style. Maybe one day I might do it as like a special thing on its own, but No, I don't do open panels, I'm sorry. And then DJ says, "Hello, Marvel guy, but DC is better at the moment, has been for a few years." Yeah, there are quite a few people who seem not very happy with what Marvel's doing currently, and I I can't say that that's something I necessarily am informed on, so I can't really give my opinion, but from what I've seen in terms of the Marvel movies, it's definitely just, uh, yeah, it's not necessarily the greatest thing. And there seems to be a little bit more excitement for DC at the moment, but that also just seems to be kind of souring. Honestly, I think people in general, like movie going audiences, are kind of getting tired of the whole like superhero thing, you know? I don't know. But that's just me. I still, of course, I want good comic book movies, superhero movies, but from what I hear, like just general moviegoers, people who don't keep up with this stuff as much, they just seem like, especially ever since The Flash, I think that The Flash really kind of threw a lot of like moviegoers off with all the different Batmans, and it's something that I think some comic fans might look at and be able to enjoy and appreciate, but I think that there have been a lot of duds, and so DC is not innocent. I've been pretty disappointed in DC movies over the last few years. So, yeah, I'm really hoping for something good, and yeah, I'm trying to avoid the online word of mouth. There are a lot of rumors. That's the thing. Whenever you have these movies coming out and there isn't a lot of news yet, there are always just these dumb rumors that are meaningless and just get people talking. Like there was that weird one about the Birds of Prey movie where what's his name? Black Mask was supposed to be like he had some sort of like weird stuff on a diamond. It was there was just like all this crazy internet buzz going on about it, and then Robert Pattinson was like trolling people saying he wasn't gonna work out for the Batman, and like you just get all these like all these rumors that Robert Pattinson was gonna get fired because he was arguing with Matt Reeves. Like there's just so much going on. So really, I just want to see a good movie, and yeah, things have been slow, so people are gonna complain. Siegel and Schuster states litigating over Superman issues. It's actually a regular event. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Got Jim said hi. Originally in the 70s, but lots more DC than Marvels because most of DC stories were done in one issue. And so it's all technical, legal stuff, sadly about money, but there are two sides to every story. Yeah, that's always true. And I mean, as long as everyone gets paid fairly for the work that they're making, and as long as the movie's able to come out on time, probably not that big of a deal, but you know how it is. Yeah, every single time the copyright law changes, they launch a suit. Yeah, so kind of another thing I sort of wanted to get into a little bit is sort of the copyright and kind of public domain thing, because as we all know, within the next decade, we're going to have characters like Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman in their earliest forms, entering the public domain, and I have, like a bit of an outline for a video planned out for when Batman enters the public domain, and kind of some things that DC might already be doing right now to kind of circumvent and kind of prevent some of these unauthorized things. And there's some stuff that I've kind of picked up on that I don't know if necessarily I've seen other people talk about. So I have an outline written out for that, and I've just kind of been waiting and kind of keeping it on the back burner. But that has been something I've wanted to talk about because definitely gonna be some tricky stuff, probably a lot of lawsuits, a lot of really weird, unauthorized movies that may or may not come out starring some of these characters, and it'll be interesting. It's definitely going to be an interesting time. So I got to ask you, if you were to make your own story, your own comic book or movie based on the Golden Age Batman or any of the other characters, what would that be for you? Like, what would you want to see Golden Age Batman do? I'm curious. I'm curious. I think it'd be cool to get like a really, really gritty sort of noir horror movie. I think that would be really, really cool. Got Decade. Need a demon movie. Yes, I agree. I think Demon would be really cool for an animated movie of his own. I was kind of hoping they would have done something like that when he was in like the Justice League Dark and that whole New 52 animated universe. It's kind of a shame that they ended that when there were so many characters they could have done more with. Matt says, I'd love to see some of the early stories on screen. Yeah, I think that would be cool. I think that if people are like directly adapting the comic, then that might be a way to kind of get around some of the weird legal stuff, but I don't know. They're definitely going to be suing a lot of people, I'm assuming. But yeah, so I don't really have that much to talk about, so I'm not sure how long I'm gonna stay on, but I really did just want to thank all of you, and really I just wanted to take some time as well to give some appreciation to Luke because, I don't talk enough about sort of what he's contributed to the channel, aside from just bringing his beautiful face on from time to time. But like really having it really it makes a big difference just having someone who supports what you're doing versus not, and just kind of feeling alone in it. Like when I kind of started doing the YouTube videos, it's always awkward talking to a camera when you don't know who's on the other side watching. So I always kind of started off thinking as if I was explaining some of this stuff to Luke, and kind of recorded my videos as if I was telling him about some of this stuff, since he doesn't know comics very well anyway. So, I'm often explaining things to him. So that was kind of how I started sort of my earliest videos, was just kind of imagining as if I was talking to him. So even before he was really in on this journey with me, he was still kind of helping me in a way, just not necessarily in the way you'd think. And then yeah, honestly, I think I started telling him about it maybe in like August, like September, August time. And ever since then, that was really when I kind of started plugging everything in and just making things bigger and better. And I probably never would have really started going out to comic shops and making those kind of videos, which are, the ones that I really love making the most. And yeah, I was always kind of anxious and I was always the kind of person where, like, when I go to a store, I always like to kind of keep to myself. I'm not a very chatty person most of the time, but being with Luke is a very outgoing guy. He loves just standing around, chatting it up everywhere we go. Like, it was always a joke. Everywhere we go, Luke is making a friend. And so through just kind of being with him, this kind of, helped sort of push me a little bit out of my comfort zone and kind of be a little bit more social when I go out. And, that's definitely helped me in being able to go into a store and start filming myself and occasionally talking to nobody or the people that are around me, whatever it is I'm doing. But yeah, so really, he's been a big help in just getting me to where I am, just being that support that I needed. And he's pretty great. And it's kind of funny because, like, he's been in a couple videos recently. He's popped up here and there, but I feel like there may have been some people who have thought that, like, the name Gotham and Glam was meant to be kind of like a duo sort of thing, but no, that was never the case. It's always just been me. But he is definitely the sidekick. He even says himself he's got big sidekick energy. And yeah, so my my partner in crime, who is not here right now, but yeah, very cool. And then we have Dwayne said, Batman First Night, 3 issues from last year. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be talking about that a little bit. I'm not going to get into too much detail, though, because don't want to give away everything that I have written out. But yes, we definitely have a lot to talk about there. So yeah, I'm glad that had that little discussion. But yeah, overall, I don't really have that much to talk about right now. Said Batman Off-World. Yeah, I haven't read that one yet. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so I really actually enjoyed doing that new comic book day video. I wasn't sure if I was gonna start doing stuff like that because I didn't really know if anybody would care, honestly. Like, you know, I've always just kind of thought, like, okay, new comic book day, but I don't know. I mean, I thought it was really fun, and I'm thinking about maybe doing that at least every other week if there's cool stuff coming out. Like next week, we got Hush 2 coming out, so definitely think I'm gonna go out and try to get something cool. I might just get cover A, but we'll see what kind of variants I can snag. Maybe I'll go to Kingpin right when they open and see what they put out for that. But I'm guessing that one's going to be a fast mover. So, what's everyone thinking about Hush 2? How are we feeling about that? Haven't really been hearing that much. Like, people seem excited, but overall, like, I don't know. Since the start of the year, things have been just kind of quiet. I feel like Hush 2 might be kind of the first sorta thing to come out that really gets that dialogue back up. Oh shit, we got the main man in the house. Buttface McBooby has made his way over to Gotham and Glam. Thank you, my sir. Thank you for gracing my chat with your presence. We appreciate you very much. So, what was I going on about just a second ago? Yeah, okay, so we're talking about Hush 2. That's right. So, yeah, I'm thinking about maybe going out and doing a video with that. And yeah, I have the video planned out, kind of talking about when Batman goes in the public domain. I might record that in the next couple days and try to get that out, but um yeah, I want to do another new comic book day. That's going to be my next probably priority, is doing next week's new comic day and checking out Hush 2. And so what my plan kind of to do is to have a maybe weekly video about new comic book day, whether I go to the shop and maybe I'll show a new shop I haven't been to, maybe it'll be a shop you guys recognize, and then the next day, on Thursday, when I do my live streams normally, I will maybe do some reviews of the books that I've read, maybe give my recommendations, just talk about some of the cool stuff that's coming out. So I think that would be a really cool plan. So if you guys are feeling that, then definitely stay around. But yeah, this week was just a little different. Just wasn't really feeling that good on Thursday, so it didn't go live because I was kind of planning on doing this tonight. So, yeah. And that's something I'm really excited for. So, yeah, looking forward to Hush 2, because I haven't really been that like invested in the mainline Batman, over the last few months. Just hasn't really been interesting me that much. So I'm excited to get back into it and have something fresh and exciting, some Jim Lee art again, and I'm very, very excited. So yeah, stay tuned for that next week. Next Wednesday, we'll have new comic book day, and then Thursday night, we'll do some new comic reviews. Alrighty. And then we got Mon Comics in the house. We have huge congrats on 2K subs. Less than 8% of channels even get 1K. I know, dude, that's crazy. So thank you again. And Mon Comics was another one of the amazing people who shouted me out recently and helped me reach this milestone. So thank you. Go check him out. He does some really cool stuff, some live streams and some unboxing type stuff. Really cool channel. So yeah, I appreciate all of you guys. And it is kind of crazy because this is a very, very small channel. The comic community is just kind of very small and niche in general, but the fact that I have a community like I do, as active as I do, I am so incredibly grateful, because like Mon said, most people do not get to this point. I definitely didn't think I was going to get to this point and almost gave up a couple times, like that's something I've talked about quite a bit before, like when I was younger, that was just kind of moving on, changing life. But I when I started up Gotham and Glam and got back into this, I started out, I gave it a couple months, wasn't really seeing much. And like I said before at the beginning of the stream, I didn't tell anyone in my personal life about it, so I was very limited in what I was doing, and I just felt kinda stuck, like I just never would really get back to what I was capable of doing, so, yeah, like, I gave it, like, a couple months, almost gave up, quit for, like, probably, like, 6 or 7 months, and then, we've been going strong since June, like, the end of June, I think, of 2024, so it's, been a little, less than a year that I've been, like, kinda actively doing this, and I think when I got back to it, like, last year, I think I was around 400 something subscribers. Like, a lot of people tell me that they found my channel around the time I was, like, 3, 4, 500 subs. So, yeah, I don't really like to brag, I'm not, like, doing this to be like, "Oh, look at me and look at what I did," it's really more just to kinda show you guys, like, this is what you can do as well, if it's something that you really, really want to do and are passionate about doing, because I needed that reminder, you know? And we got Jason, congrats on 2K. Thank you. Yeah, and again, this isn't like, a circle jerk for me. I'm not just expecting people to come in and give me praise, because at the end of the day, what I do for this channel, yes, it is important, and the work that I put in has built this community, but at the end of the day, if none of you guys were watching me, it wouldn't matter how good my videos were or how much I worked on them, because all that would matter is if people are interacting with the videos to the YouTube algorithm, like the YouTube robots, they don't know if your video is actually good or not. They just use cues from you guys. So the fact that my videos continue to get pushed out to new people, that shows me that you guys are liking what I'm doing. And so thank you, like, it, really, really, on YouTube, it really is downplayed how important the audience you have and the community you have is to your channel. And so, like, a lot of people, when they get to a certain level of success, they kind of wall themselves off from the community. And I don't think that I could ever take that approach, because really, like, it would not ever be possible, if nobody cared, if nobody watched until the end, if nobody liked and commented on the videos, then, so really it's all about you guys. And what I'm doing isn't anything special. It's not anything you guys can't do if you don't, even if you don't want to, like, put your face out, even if you're afraid that you're not good enough on camera, things will come over time. It's not natural. What I'm doing right now is not a natural thing. It becomes easier as you continue to do it, and especially when you do live streams like this and you actually start to know the people that you're talking to, it starts to make the pre-recorded videos a lot easier as well. We have Robbie says, just be yourself and you'll always succeed. Yep, thank you. JSS said, so are you ready to go be interviewed, go on some panels? Apparently a few channels are going to reach out to you. I have no idea how this is occurring. Well, I am going to be honest with you, my man. I have not heard anything about that. So, thank you for the scoop, I guess, but yeah, I have not been reached out to anybody, so no idea about that. I mean, I'm gonna be real though, like, I don't know what anyone's gonna ask me in an interview. What is there to interview me on? Like, really, I'm just here, like, getting stoned and making YouTube videos. I mean, if people wanna interview me, if people reach out, I would be more than happy to talk to anyone, but, yeah, it's a little bit overwhelming. I mean, I have done, some streams with people that were kinda like interviews. Like, I went on Matt Likes Comics channel, and he kinda did, like, some interview style questions, but we were mostly just kinda showing books and playing games, but, yeah, I wow, well, thank you guys. Thank you, JSS. And yeah, I mean, I'm willing to talk to anyone. I'm having fun. I'm an open book, so you know what? Throw it at me. Uh, but yeah, it's weird. It's just weird because my whole life, I've always like as a little kid, I was never like a shy or introverted person. That was stuff that kind of came later in life with sort of anxiety and like fear of putting myself out there and becoming overly critical of myself. And I feel like now I'm kind of starting to get back to the point that I used to be before I ever had any of that anxiety in me. I'm kind of and doing this channel, like I'll be real, like has like in the beginning, especially of Gotham and Glam, it really did kind of start as like sort of pushing myself to get over some of the anxiety that had been holding me back for years. Like I didn't get into this expecting that I would grow the channel and push it to the levels that I have, and I wasn't really thinking about any of this. For me, in the beginning, it was just about pushing myself to do it and to actually just show up and do a weekly video and start kind of putting some of my weirdness out there, and seeing what stuck. And it's been surprising, but I think that sort of embracing the weirdness that is me has definitely helped me stand out. They always say to embrace what makes you stand out and makes you unique. And I will be honest, unfortunately, there are some reasons that some people might click on my videos that don't have anything to do with my personality. And you know what? A view is a view, an interaction is an interaction. So any reason that you're here checking me out, thank you. And I'm not gonna stop the stream and do anything just yet, but I did just get a text from Luke saying he missed me, so I just wanted to mention that because we were just talking about him, and yeah. So it's weird. Like for some reason, I feel like I'm just a little bit more like uppity when Luke is around. Like even if he's just in the other room, I feel like a little bit more uppity, but I feel like we're good. We're doing good. All right, we got Pisa. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I'm sorry. Pisa Natorg. Thank you. Congrats on the 2K. Alrighty. Thank you again, JSS. I think this is the first time I've seen you in my chat, so thank you again to all the new people who have been coming in over the last couple weeks, and to all the regulars. You guys are what keeps this channel going, and yeah, you guys are what's pushed me to make better and better videos. And I just want to say, regarding my new comic book day video from last week, I'm gonna be real. I am surprised that that video turned out looking as good as it did. I think that one may actually be one of my best videos. Definitely one of the better ones in my opinion. And that was put together really fast because I wanted to get it out at some point for new comic book day. I think I wound up posting it at like 9 o'clock at night, but like basically we went out to the comic shop. I think we got there around like 1:30, 2 o'clock. We got home maybe around like 4 something. And I just got right to work and just made that video. And I had the footage Luke had sent me. And since we're all friends here, I will let you guys know that Luke was a little bit nervous. He said that he was way too fucking high to be filming that day. Um, and I think I was able to make it cool, and I really actually liked having the two different perspectives to switch between. So I think that one wound up being a really cool video. And um, dude, but that footage that he filmed of me walking around, I was looking at myself and I was like, man, like, do I look that angry all the time when I'm walking around? Because I feel like most of the time when I'm in a comic shop, like I'm happy and I'm smiling, but man, that time I was just walking around with like resting bitch face. I was like, man, do I really look like that? He said I didn't look angry. I looked focused. That's what he told me, but I don't know. I was combing through that thinking like, damn, looking pretty rough, but whatever. It was a good video. I thought it was pretty great. Thank you, Jim, and I always appreciate you. You always leave some great comments on my videos. Very insightful, very observant as well. You always notice little things. I always appreciate the people who watch my stuff and really pay attention to the details and notice every little thing. Like Jim here, it was interesting. I did a video at my LCS, one of them, and they had a Charlton book. It was like a Western, and the cover was detached. So I was filming myself and I kind of opened the book and just kind of showed that the cover was detached. And this gentleman here, Jim, noticed that the book that was on the inside was actually a different comic than what the cover was. And like, that's crazy to me that we have people that are that observant watching. But yeah, really, really awesome. I would have definitely not clocked that. So good on you, my man. You know your stuff for sure. And we got MJ. Thank you for popping in, my man. MJ is also another really, really awesome channel. Does great interviews. I was just listening to a little bit of his interview with Rob's Fat Stacks. Was not in the chat. I was getting things all set up for this, but I was keeping you guys as some background noise. So congratulations. Really appreciate you and everything you do. And of course, Rob as well. Awesome guy. Appreciate everything that they all do for that. So yeah. Thank you. Thank you. This has been great. And got another chat coming in from Mr. Mister. Says, thanks for the videos. Trying to watch you and Sven Hooley at the same time. Alrighty. Well, thank you for tuning in. Everybody who's here, thank you very much. And yeah, we got some cool stuff coming up soon. So I'm really excited. Yeah, the year was off to a bit of a slow start, and I'm just really happy. Things have been definitely picking up last couple weeks. I've been getting out to some more conventions, some more comic shops. Like the winter in my area is just so brutal. It's so hard to do anything. So I was definitely just kind of chilling out and taking my time, just kind of riding the wave that is YouTube, and kind of just accepting that some times of the year are just gonna be slow and you gotta do the best with what you can. And so I have been really enjoying that. I definitely want to do a little bit more of the comic book collection stuff. I really enjoy doing that, but I've been really, really also enjoying just kind of getting back out there after the winter was so brutal. All right, and then we got CN. Thank you as always for popping in. Appreciate you. So yeah, yeah, I think that for my next new comic book day, I'm gonna go probably back to Kingpin because they do get a lot of cool variant covers, but I might check out a couple other places. And there's actually a comic shop that's like right across the border, the Canadian border over here. And so I was thinking one of these days, I'm just gonna like take a walk over the border maybe and just walk over to this comic shop and check that out and see what that is. 'Cause that's one that I've never been to before. So I want to check out more stuff over in Canada. Because you know what? I am actually in like a really, really good place for comic collecting. Like I got Buffalo, it's like a half hour away. So we have quite a few. Like at least half a dozen, probably more. There are a few that I haven't gone to yet for a video. There are some that I just haven't been to in general. And then we also have Canada that's like right there. So I have quite a few shops that I have not gone to that are within a half hour, 45-minute drive. So yeah, I definitely think that's gonna be a plan. Like maybe once we have like a really, really warm day, maybe I'll just like go take a walk at the falls and then just kind of walk across the border and do my thing there. So yeah, alrighty, let's go back. Mr. said, I'm in Ohio and winter is usually over here, but it's still chilly. We had a chilly day today, but dude, it's been nice. Like this last week, it's been nice. We had a day that was like 70 degrees, man. It was a heat wave around here. That was the day that I was filming that video. Because you notice in my new comic book day video, I was wearing like a short sleeve shirt. Like that was like 70 degrees. That was gorgeous. And then we got CN again. Said Toys R Us in Canada. Yeah, yeah, I have seen it over there. I haven't stopped in, but I've seen them when I've driven through. I actually used to work at a Toys R Us. It was just like a little kind of outlet store in the mall, so it wasn't like a real big Toys R Us. And man, it was fun. I actually really, really liked that job, but the store wound up closing. I got hired there as a seasonal employee, and they were gonna keep me on for longer, but the store actually just shut down because there wasn't enough business. And then like a couple years later, all of Toys R Us shut down, at least in the US. Got Greg, congrats on 2K, bought the Dark Patterns comics, but haven't read them yet. You mentioned last video, really like the eyeball cover. Oh yeah, that eyeball cover's freaky. Yeah, there's some freaky books, but really cool. And then we got Comic Collector Geek. Thank you. Appreciate you, my man. All of you are Awesome. And then we got Jim. Thank you for your kind words. What? Why the heck does it do this? For some reason, I'm sorry. For some reason, my phone does this thing sometimes where it just opens my camera and like clicks me out of the stream. I really don't get it. I gotta get a better setup going for these streams, but oh well. So let's get back to Jim's comment. I was checking the Charlton issue you found so I could add info to the Grand Comics database. We look everywhere for data. Okay. Well, that sounds really interesting. I would love to know more about that. So definitely enlighten me. Yeah, you definitely seem like you've got some sort of an encyclopedic knowledge of that stuff. So very cool. And then Greg says Texas is 81 degrees. Damn, dude, that's nice. Like, I would love that. I am someone who loves the heat. I love the sun. I can't stand this time of year. Like earlier today, I had no reason to be in a bad mood, but I was just like feeling kind of sad all day. And like I had no reason to. I mean, just hit 2K subscribers, but like we just had like some really nice days, and then it was just like snowing and icky earlier, and so like I just really do not like the weather this time of year. Oh my god, what I got a real one in the house here. That is some craziness. Okay, y'all are too much. Y'all are too much. I think I need to smoke a little bit in honor of Frozen Gotham and Glam over here. Dude, that is y'all are funny. Who is that? Like for real. I wanna know. I gotta do some detective work, dude. I'm sure I could figure out who that person is. See, Anne, I used to live in Houston, Texas before. Yeah, I've never been to Texas. Yeah, never been to Texas. Yeah, and haven't really been anywhere south of like Pennsylvania. So I got some traveling to do. My brother lives in Tennessee, and so I definitely want to make a trip to visit him eventually. Yeah, Frozen Alan and Frozen Matt. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I want to find this person. I mean, thank you for making me laugh. You guys are all great. Been there for 2 years. Nice. Yeah, right now I got family here, so, I'm kind of in the area I'm in for a little while, but man, it takes a part of me. Every winter, I just feel like there's just a piece of me that's gone that doesn't come back until summer. I don't know. But yeah, you guys are awesome and thank you. We're reaching the 1 hour point, which is totally great. And I think I'm gonna go take a quick little break and then come back. And yeah, you guys have been awesome. So keep going in the chat. Give me some stuff to talk about. And yeah, I'm gonna go and take a quick break. So BRB. All right, guys. Thank you. I had to feed my cats. They were starting to give me some attitude. So, thank you guys for waiting it out for me. Let's see where we are now. CN said going toy hunting tomorrow. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't really collected much stuff like that. But I did a little bit of a toy hunting video actually. My most popular video when I was looking for those Dollar Tree comics kind of unintentionally became a bit of a toy hunting video, and that was a lot of fun. Hunting around TJ Mexico. Ooh, that's cool. I'll definitely have to check that out. Exciting. And we got Mr. Oh, yeah, you guys are just talking to each other. Alright, cool. But yeah, so McFarlane is losing the DC license. That kinda sucks a little bit. Going back to Hasbro, but yeah. So anyone have anything exciting going on? Because it's kinda slow and I want to keep this going for a little bit longer, but if we wrap up soon, we wrap up soon. This wasn't really a planned thing, so again, didn't have like crazy amount to come on here and talk about, but really just wanted to make this about you guys and just giving you guys the opportunity to come here and chat it up and really just show you how much I appreciate all of you for getting me this far. I mean, really, it's a little crazy. I liked the McFarlane Superpowers toys, minus only one female toy. Yeah, yeah, McFarlane Superpowers. I don't have any of those, but yeah, they seem pretty cool. We got Angels of the Renaissance. Thank you for joining us. I draw manga. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, my husband is actually pretty into manga. He's pretty big into Junji Ito, so yeah, all of my manga exposures kind of from him, but that's really cool. I always love seeing everyone's art, everyone's different style, so keep going and doing what you're doing. That's really exciting. Thank you for sharing that. And we got the Library 88. Is McFarlane really putting a bid in to buy Diamond? I just got here. Maybe that's already been discussed. Maybe it's boring and off topic. Well, we have not discussed that, but that's not something I knew. So thank you for giving me the information. If that's the case, I've been hearing rumors that there are some potential buyers for Diamond, and if it is McFarlane, I could see that. I could see him being someone with the money and the influence to make it happen. So, yeah, but I haven't heard that. Let me look this up and see if I could find a source. So I've been hearing rumors. There are people who are on the inside who know that there's someone, but I haven't heard anything directly. So let's look it up and see if I can find a source. Okay, here we got something from Bleeding Cool 3 days ago. What happens if Todd McFarlane does buy Diamond Comic distributors. So it is still just a rumor. Yeah, so the rumor is that Todd McFarlane is an interested purchaser. So this article right here is just talking about if he purchases it. Let's see here. This, I think, is actually the original. Get out of the way. Okay. So right here, Diamond Comics auction deadline is tomorrow. Did Todd McFarlane bid? This was posted Tuesday, March 18th. So I guess that was the origin of the rumor. So as far as I'm seeing, I can't find like anything credible saying that, but right now that seems to be the rumor on the street. My cats are in the other room fighting at the moment, so that's fun. I don't know if you can hear them, but I just fed them, so I'm guessing there's maybe some kind of a dispute going on over that. Yeah, yeah, I hadn't heard of that, but apparently Bleeding Cool posted the rumor. I'm not really seeing much substantiating the rumor, but I will also admit that I do not necessarily know that much. Alrighty, we got Indy. Thank you for popping in. Good people. Dropped my manga last month, finishing my second one. Alrighty, awesome. Well, that's really, really cool. Good for you. Yeah, anybody who works hard and puts out their own work like that, major, major respect. So keep going at it. Comic Toby. Speaking of McFarlane, I enjoy the superpower Batwing and me. Scales wonderfully with me. 3-inch Batman page puncher figure. Yeah, McFarlane has a lot of cool stuff outside of just the big figures that they're kind of known for. So yeah, I'm wondering what Hasbro is gonna do with the DC license. I'm sure, they'll probably figure out something cool, but McFarlane was just such a great detail for the price point that it was at, like I don't have too many of them, but I do have a good few very nice figures. Hope you get a Golden Age Batman soon from Robbie. Thank you. Yeah, that would be really cool, even if it's like kind of a later one, just be cool to have one without that comics code. And we got the library. Yeah, he and Image rebooting Diamond would be great, but it may be tough to get Marvel and DC back if they're obligated. Yeah, DC is with Lunar and Marvel is with Penguin, so who knows? I mean, I'm sure if they really want it out and they want back with Diamond, they'll find a way. Yeah, maybe a fantasy rumor. Yeah, a lot of people online, they come up with some funny rumors sometimes, and Yeah, maybe I'm missing something. I just kind of skimmed the article. I wasn't going to take the time right now to read the whole thing. Because I mainly just want to talk to you guys, but I'm not really seeing anything that is substantiating the claim outside of, some people have been whispering about a potential big buyer. And so, yeah, but I'm interested, and of course, I think everybody who loves comics wants this to happen, whether it's Todd McFarlane or just somebody coming in, because at the end of the day, even if DC and Marvel don't hop back on, Diamond is very important for small publications. A lot of people just won't be able to get their books out for a very long time if Diamond doesn't get some sort of a deal going. Like Penguin and Lunar, they're not as open to testing out new things. So, Mr. it's always nice to. Can't speak. I'm sorry. It's always a treat to see a notification pop up that you're live. I don't know if you have a schedule, so it's a nice surprise. Mr. I normally like to do Thursday nights. I try to do around 7:30, but just wasn't feeling that great, and I kind of knew I'd have Saturday night open, so this week was a bit of a change, a little bit of a fun surprise, so I'm glad that I could make your night a little bit better. Hello, Ian and Becca. Thank you guys so much for joining me. You guys are awesome. And check out Ian and Becca's channel if you haven't. They deserve more views and subscribers. They did a really cool video that I checked out at the Comic Book Palace, and that's another awesome YouTube channel that's kind of like just sort of like a day-to-day view of running a comic shop. And yeah, they did a really cool video and had a really cool chat, and that's a place I would love to check out eventually. I'm sure I'll make my way over that way at some point. So yeah, thank you for the video. That was really cool. So check out Ian and Becca if you guys like the Comic Palace. You'll probably like that. It was a good video, and yeah, they deserve more people watching their stuff. That's for sure. And they said you picked up the death metal Batman McFarlane. Oh yeah, that's a really cool one. I have the Funko Pop with Batman with the guitar from death metal. I wanted the McFarlane figure, but I decided to get the Funko instead, just because had a little bit of a Batman Funko display, so I figured it would just be easier to do it that way. But alrighty, we got Mr. again. Am I crazy to think that Marvel DC would totally buy it before McFarlane? Um, I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't think Marvel and DC would be interested in that. I mean, that's just me, but I'm not sure. Hope we all get a Golden Age Batman or three. Yeah, I know some people with a lot of Golden Age Batman. Not me, though. Not me. I have one Golden Age Superman book, and it's like a cover detached, like it barely counts as being a comic at this point. But you know what? I'm still happy with it. It's readable, and I guess that's all I really need it to be. But I would love to get at least a little chunk of Batman just without that Comics Code Authority, even if it's like later. I'm not expecting to get a full run of Golden Age Batman, definitely not. Comic Toby said you look very strong. Thank you. I'm stronger than I look, I guess we'll just say that. A lot of people kinda look at me in real life and think I'm, like, super skinny and, like, feel like sometimes in the camera, because you're getting more of a top perspective, I feel like I might look a little bit heavier sometimes, so it's a little bit weird, but I would say I'm stronger than I look. I surprise a lot of people. Um, yeah, yeah, you guys are awesome. You guys are so sweet. So thank you for always popping in and supporting me. So I wanted to support you guys. And we got Greg. Thank you. Said last week, bought the Batman Annual 25 where Batman is holding Red Hood. CGC 9.8 first print, red cover. Awesome. Yeah, I love that book. I keep moving my camera, I'm sorry. But yeah, I love that book. That's such a cool book. Then we got Comic Toby. Have two McFarlane Batman Death Metal 7-inch figures. You can have one. Well, I mean, if people want to send me stuff, like that's cool, but I don't need anything, Nobody needs to give me anything. I'm just here giving you videos, and all I expect from you guys is your time and your engagement, That's all. It's really all I need from you guys, just to come here and just chat it up with me. But I have had some people who have wanted to give me stuff. I have a guy who I spoke to in one of my videos recently. He gave me his card, and I actually still have to email him. He said that he had some Batman books he wanted to give to me, and he is local, so I will have to work out something. And I did not forget about you, my man, if you are watching. I just have had a lot of other stuff on my mind. I uh just have not gotten around to it. So I will have to do that. But yeah, again, thank you guys. You are awesome. And this has been a fun little chat tonight. Ian and Becca asked what my favorite indie comic is at the moment. I would say Rook Exodus, Jeff Johns, Ghost Machine. But yeah, I have not read like a whole crazy lot of indie, but I am interested in getting more into that. I have a commitment that I've made to check out the Energon universe. Had a very nice gentleman who sent me some super chats and encouraged me to do that. So that is going to be one of my pickups soon. And yeah, I he is not here as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, we definitely have to thank my friend Steve Sorensen. If he watches this on the replay, thank you, my man, for all those super chats. You've been awesome, and definitely tipped me over the edge to getting the first YouTube check. So once that comes, I will have to dip my toes into that Energon universe for you, because I really appreciate that. And of course, nobody has to do anything like that, but I'm always overwhelmed by the generosity. Yeah, guys, if you haven't read any of the Ghost Machine stuff, or maybe you're talking about the Energon. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm mixing things up, but yeah, I want to check out more indie, and people are always giving me good recommendations, so I always keep that in the back of my mind. But yeah, Hyde Street, it's been really cool. I just picked up issue number 3, and issue number 4 is out, but wanted to grab number 3 and catch up on it first. Got library. Great to catch some this live stream. We'll catch the beginning on the replay. Well, thank you again, the library. I appreciate you. You guys are always awesome. All of you for popping in. You guys are really cool, and yeah, hasn't been like the craziest stream, but I appreciate all of you who have joined me, and again, thank you. Thank you to all of you. Thank you to all the people who have shouted me out and helped me get here, who have left comments on my videos and helped get me to the point I'm at right now. You know, you guys are awesome and couldn't do it without you. So, yeah, lots of stuff planned. I have, few kind of more out and about type videos I want to do. I have a few more, not so much scripted, I guess, but more like structured videos that I want to do. Because I've tried doing like the scripted thing before, and it's just not for me. Like, I don't know. There's something about me that just cannot read off of a script and take it seriously. Like, I have to kind of wing it and do my own thing, or I just kind of start sounding goofy. I don't know. But yeah, got a lot of stuff I want to do, and thank you all for keeping me motivated and pushing me to do better stuff. So I think I might end this soon, reaching an hour and a half, and yeah. Yeah, you guys are really just very sweet, very good people in this community who have kept me going, and yeah, it's just much appreciated, and I didn't really ever think that it would be a possibility that I could do this and I could put myself out there again. So, I don't want to seem like I hone on and, dwell on it too much, but, it's really important to me that so many people have decided to subscribe to me, and that so many of you are here and have tuned in to me tonight and just left some kind words, even if just came in and left a like. You're much appreciated, and this has been chill. This has been chill. Hasn't been a crazy high energy. There hasn't been a crazy lot going on. It's just been chill tonight, and guys have been keeping a steady chat going. So thank you all for the kind words. And then we have another one from Jim. Golden Age story: when my dad was 15 years old. In 1940s, he borrowed a copy of Batman #1 from a friend and made a few drawings from it. Gave a copy back though, but I still have his drawings. Well, that's really cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Ooh, Selena just came by, but I don't think she wants to be in the video. But I kind of want to know what those cats were fighting about, though. Real talk. It was probably her starting it. That little one, she's a little instigator. Thank you again. Yeah, it's just, it's kind of weird for me to hear other people sort of give praise to my channel. Like, like I'm happy with what I'm doing and I'm proud of what I'm doing, but like, it just is kind of weird. Like, I never really expected to, like, actually be recognized for what I'm doing, and so to have people both online and in real life who, have kinda recognized me for what I'm doing and have acknowledged, that they appreciate what I'm doing, uh, it's a little overwhelming. I mean, I'm happy about it. This is what I want. I'm not trying to, like, I'm not shy about it. I'm here and I'm gonna keep putting myself out there 110%, and I'm not gonna be overwhelmed, but man, it is just it's just been a big wave all kind of at once. Like YouTube, there are so many people out there that kind of claim to be like YouTube gurus or claim that they have everything hacked, like they know how to get views. But like, at the end of the day, YouTube is just kind of like just a big wave. Sometimes, most of the time it's just kind of mellow and chill, and sometimes you hit a big one, and sometimes a few big ones, but most of the time, it's just kind of chill and coasting, and um it's been coasting a lot faster than I was expecting it to, and I really, I just can't even begin to explain how grateful I am, because I never thought that really this would be something for me. So, alrighty, then we got Toby again saying the price of weed went crazy high. Dude, the price of weed is crazy everywhere, but like I buy it from the res where it's mad cheap. So, yeah, I'm sure when I go to New York City, though, it's not gonna be cheap. But the area I'm from, pretty easy to get it cheap around here. What comic cons are you going to coming up? Not sure yet. Probably just the local shows for this year. I'd like to maybe branch out and check out something different. Maybe around like I don't know, maybe around like fall time when they have like maybe some of the October conventions, I might try to step out. But I do have like a big thing planned in July, so it's kind of going to be hard for me to get out to some bigger cons this year as much as I'd like to. So I might have to just kind of stick to the local ones, like my local comic shop, Queen City Bookstore. I went to one of their shows and they do kind of every other month, so I like to check theirs out. Oh my god, we have Zombie God said, "Where's the kitten?" She was just here. I think she left. I don't know if you were checking out the stream, but the cats were fighting over something, and I'm not sure if they were heard by the video, but I am very curious what was going on, and I'm assuming it was Selena's fault. Because, like, our big cat, he will just be chilling for the most part. And then Selena, she'll just go by and start messing with him, like, start playing with his tail or something, and he got Dandy, yeah. Luke is out with his friends, and I guess they're watching my stream. So, what's up, my man? How was the show? Luke, he was at a comedy show. I'm assuming it's probably over now if he's watching the stream. So, how are you doing, my man? Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. I haven't seen it. Come to Terrificon. Dude, it looks so awesome. I would love to. Here's the thing though, you guys gotta talk Luke into it. If you guys could talk Luke into it, I would definitely go, but you know what? He's watching, so maybe he needs a little bit of encouragement. Think is it in April? That might be a little too close. If that's in April, it might be a little too close, but you know what? Our anniversary is in April. So, hmm, I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it. But I'm just being goofy. But it would be fun. I would love to check it out. So we'll see. Maybe if I play my cards right, might be able to make it work because it looks awesome. Uh, yeah, looks like such a good time. I'd love to check out one of those bigger cons. Yeah, dude. I'm not sure how many spots you have in your area, but definitely check around if you feel like you're getting a bad deal. It does kind of suck because I know for some areas you probably don't have the access to it like I do in good old New York State, good old liberal New York State over here with our weed shops on every corner. But yeah, I don't know, man. Definitely shop around if you have the chance, or if that's not an option, just honestly get some seeds and start growing it yourself. That would definitely be a better option for you than overpaying at a dispensary. I definitely want to get into growing. I would love to get some kind of a grow setup now that our house is kind of coming together. Maybe find a little spot for that. But we got Greg Sanchez says later. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Then we got D. Where is Luke? Luke is not home. He went to a comedy show with some friends, so he is out for the evening. Not sure exactly when he's coming back. I think they're going out doing a little drinking. We got Dandy. So Luke and I were holding hands at the urinal. 4 out of 10 hands were too soft. Oh my god. Ian wants to know what Luke likes to collect. Luke, he's actually really into, I'll show you right here. He's got Junji Ito. He's really into stuff like that. Like he's not like okay, there's I opened a page and it's not something I can show on YouTube, but yeah, he's not the biggest comic guy, but he really likes Superman, he likes Batman, so he's read a fair bit of both of those characters. He's not the biggest into collecting, but he likes, he's been dipping his toes into it. Like, he really loves Frank Miller, so, like, whenever he finds something cool, Frank Miller, he tends to pick that up, so that kind of seems to be where his collection is sort of starting. I kind of started getting him some of the Dark Knight Returns single issues. He just got himself a copy of Frank Miller's Ronin. So, yeah, really, really cool stuff. And he's starting to dip his toes a little bit more into the collecting. And I'm sure as he starts to go to more and more of these comic shops and shows with me, he might start doing more stuff like that. Charlize Theron confirmed as Clea in Avengers Doomsday. He's a good actor. Yeah, sounds cool. Then we got Ian. It's in August. Ian and Becca. Sorry. It's in August. Okay, sounds good. All right, that's a lot better. August. Okay. All right, Dandy and I were holding hands at 5 out of 10. Oh my god, you guys are too much. Ian and Luke would be besties, haha. Oh my god, yeah, you guys seem awesome. You definitely seem like folks we would love to chat and chill out with at a comic show. So, yeah, if it's in August, we'll see. Definitely might be able to make that work then. But all right, guys, this has been fun. I'm going to cut the stream off. So again, thank you to all of you for being a part of this comic collecting experience, this YouTube experience. And now I am going to go and find something to eat because I'm hungry. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this chat. Love you guys. Peace out. And read something cool after this stream. Thanks.